So professors, with the posting, you have to take it, you have to take day book by day book. So you deal with one day book at a time. Okay, you don't need to add two or more. So focus on your first day book. In the question that we just saw, our first day book is the sales day book. Now note that this day book gives you information about debtors, people you sold to on credit. So the first question is, which ledger will these entries or these debtors go to? And the obvious answer is the sales ledger. So the individual debtors here, T. Thompson, Rodriguez, Barton, Kelly, Mendes, you open their account in the sales ledger. So in your exercise book, all that you do is to write sales ledger, right, and underline it. And in that sales ledger or under it, open the account for T. Thompson. Okay, so let me do that. T. Thompson. But you can actually even start, okay, with the entries by looking at your first transaction. So the first transaction was to T. Thompson. We sold goods to T. Thompson, £56. So if you sell to a customer, what do? You debit the customer's account, right? When we sell goods, we credit sales, we debit the customer, right? So it means that in this T. Thompson's account, we are going to do what? A debit entry. So we are going to put the date 1st May 20x9. The narration is going to be what? Sales, because these are goods you sold to the person, right? And then you put the amount. So let me make my. So after the date, you have your sales. That'll be the narration. You put the amount there, 56. That's all. So you go to the next person, which is L. Rodriguez. So you have to open an account for Rodriguez in your sales ledger, right? So L. Rodriguez. So for him too, we put in our date, which is the same 1st May 20x9. The narration will be sales again, and we put in the amount 148. So that's all that you do when you open the account in the ledger. The next person we have K. Barton, right? So let me make my account look nicer. Okay, so the next person that will be K. Barton. So for K. Barton, same 1st May 20x9 sales. We put the amount in the 145, like that. Then we go to the next, which is on the 7th, K. Kelly. So again, we need to open an account for K. Kelly. Right? For K. Kelly too, it was on the 7th of May 20x9 sales. How much? 89. We have the next customer, which is N. Mendes. So for N. Mendes too was on the 7th of May 20x9. Still sales an amount of 78. Then we have N-Lee on the same 7. So we go on to open N-Lee. So 7th May 20X9. Sales of how much? 257. So that's how you do it. Now we come to the next one. We have K Mohammed. So we need to open K Mohammed's account. So K Mohammed. If you have a question, please let me wrap up with this and then. So K Mohammed, we have same on the 24th of May 20X9. Sales, that is how much? 57. And on that same 24th, we have K Kelly. Now this is where you have to be careful. K Kelly, we already have K Kelly in the picture, right? So you don't have to open a new account for K Kelly because you already have K Kelly account here. So you just come into that account and debit him, this time 24th May 20X9, same sales, how much? 65. So there's that possibility that somebody you sold to earlier, you sell to again. In that case, don't open different account for the same person. Okay. So K Kelly, we already have K Kelly. We go in there and do the debit. The next one is O Green. We don't have O Green's account, so we need to open O Green in our sales ledger. O Green. And also debit O Green with the sales on the 24th of May 20X9. Sales. And that is a total amount of 112. Good. Then we have the last one, which is N Lee. We already have N Lee in our sales ledger. So we come here 31st May 20X9. Sales. We put the amount there, 55. So you then see that we have completed with recording in the individual customers or debtors account, right? What is left in this book is the total credit sales. And professors, the narration says this should be in a sales account in the general ledger. So what you have to do is to, again, in your exercise book, write a heading general ledger like this and open an account for sales. So you open sales account. That's all. Then you post this total there. Now, are you supposed to debit or credit? The answer is you credit, because when you sell goods, you credit your sales account. So we come to the credit side and put in the date 31st May 20X9. What narration would you give? You sell on credit to your debtors. Then you put the total figure there, 1062. That's all. You have done all the postings in the sales daybook. So post the individuals to the sales ledger, post the total to the general ledger in the sales account. That's all. Okay, let me pause for questions before we move to the purchases daybook. So any question, professors? Any question? I think I saw something in the chat. Let me go and read what's there. Say, in an exam where sheets are limited, how do we still do it, or we have to do all of this? In fact, the examiners know the amount of, or the number of spaces you will need. So you'll be given enough spaces to do all these things. Okay. So that is for Augustine Apolli. Now, I think the accounting paper is even restricted in the sense that you answer the questions on the paper. Unlike earlier where you are given answer booklets and you can request for more sheets. Now everything is answered in the question paper, but trust me, enough space is provided for you. Just that you have to be careful you don't cancel out plenty, then you would require additional sheets, because the new system does not entertain, or should I say encourage, taking more sheet. But if there need be, I'm sure there'll be a way around it. Okay. So please, are we clear with postings from the sales day book? I believe so. So now we go to the second book you have prepared, and that's your purchases day book. Your purchases day book. So it also means that for the purchase day book, these are suppliers. So we have to prepare their account in the purchases ledger. So you see, the names are not even confusing, right? Purchase day book, you post to the purchases ledger. It's only the totals that will go to the general ledger. So just write your heading purchases ledger and open the account for all these suppliers. So let's do like we did for the sales day book. So the first person is P Porter. So we bought, this time we purchase, and when you purchase from a supplier, what do? You credit the supplier and you debit your purchases. So here we have to credit P Porter, 3rd May 20 X9. The narration this time will be purchases, because we purchase from, the amount is 144. The next person is H Harris. So we open an account for H Harris. So you see that preparing the ledger is easier. You just have to know where you are putting what, and that's all. So 3rd May 20. I think the challenge with some of you is that you see it to be plenty. But that shouldn't be a challenge. If it's plenty and you are able to do it, it's better than it's not plenty but you cannot do it. Okay. Then we go for the next supplier, which is B Spencer. For B Spencer to the same 3rd May 20 X9. Purchases. How much? 76. Okay. Then we go to the next person, which is on the 9th, B Perkins. Okay. Please, who is having a challenge so far on the postings that we are doing? So B Perkins, that's on the 9th, May 20 X9. Purchases. Put the amount 24. Then on that same now we have H Harris. We already have H Harris. So we come to that account and do the entry on the 9th, May 20 X9. Okay. And that is 58. So where you already have the account, you just go into that account and do it. Then we have H Miles. We don't have H Miles, so we go and open H Miles account. Then we credit H Miles for the goods we bought from. That's on the 9th of May 20 X9. Purchases. That's 123. Then the next one we have H Harris again. So we go back to H Harris on the 17th of May 20 X9. That is 54, right? Then we have B Perkins. I think we already have B Perkins. Where is B Perkins? Yes. So we go to B Perkins account. This time on the 17th of May 20 X9. That is an amount of 65. Then we have the last person, which is L Nixon. We don't have L Nixon, so we open L L Nizon's account. Okay, and again on the 17th of May 20 X9 purchases an amount of 75. So we have done for the individual suppliers. What is left is the total, which is the total credit purchase. And my dear professors, this one will go into the general ledger. So you move to your general ledger here, right? And open the purchases account. And when you purchase good, what do you do to your purchase account? You debit it. So your day should be the closing date 31st May 20x9. The narration will be creditors because you purchase from your creditors. And the amount is 644. So that is it for the purchase. Please, any question? Yeah, professor, any question? Okay, I see some in the chat. It says, sir, please, once we open general ledger, we can keep putting return invoice purchase and orders there, right? If I get your question, it means you want to know if you open the general ledger, you can put all the 4 accounts. Yes, you can do that. Okay. Because in the general ledger, you are taking the total sales, the total purchases, the total return invoice, and the total return out. So you would have 4 accounts in your general ledger. Okay. But I prefer you do it gradually like we have done. You take one book at a time. So we are done with the sales and purchases. Let's go to the return outwards. And please don't be confused about posting return outwards because the names there will guide you. The names there will guide you, right? So on the 11th, we have return outwards to P Potters. Who is P Potters? A supplier. So P Potters account is already in the purchases ledger. You see, P Potter. And if you return goods to P Potter, what do? You debit P Potter, right? And you credit return outwards. So you come to P Potter's account, put in the date 11th May 2009. Okay. Then narration will be return outwards. So let me abbreviate because of my space. Return outwards. And then you put the figure there. How much? 12. That's all. The next person is B Spencer. So B Spencer is already in the purchases ledger, right? On that same 11th May 20 X9. Another return outwards. You put the amount there, 22. On the 20th is the same B Spencer, right? So 20th May 20 X9. Another return outwards to this supplier Spencer. How much? 14. So you have recorded for the suppliers. What is left is the total. So the totals, you go to your general ledger, again, open return outwards account. Then record it there. Return outwards, what do? We credit, right? When you return goods outwards, you credit return outwards. So we use the closing date 31st. The narration is you return to which people? Your creditors, right? Or suppliers. But creditors is more suitable here. You put the total 48, and that's all. Let's finish up with our return invoice daybook. So you see for the return invoice, the people here are the debtors. So their account would be in the sales ledger. So you move to your sales ledger and you see them there: T. Thompson, K. Barton, K. Kelly, and Mendes. So for T. Thompson, and you know, returning was what you do, you credit the data, right? So 14th May 20 X9, return this time inwards. You put the amount there, 5 for Thompson. The next person is K. Barton. So you locate K. Barton and credit. And that will be return inwards, an amount of 11. The next person is K. Kelly. And the last one was on the 28th, which is N. Mendes. So we go to N. Mendes account. 28 May 20 X9, return inwards. That's 24. Then what is left is the total, and the total, you know where it's going in the return inwards account under your general ledger, right? So return inwards. And return inwards account, what do you do to it? You debit it. Anytime you return goods, you debit return inwards. But here we are doing it with the total. So 31st May 20 X9. The narration will be your debtors, right? Because they return the goods to you. You put the total 54 and you are done. So this is how you do the postings, professors. And I think each and every one of you here appreciates the postings now and wouldn't have any problem with these. Okay. Now, if the examiner is very friendly, he would ask you to balance off the account and extract a trial balance, which I think each and every one of you here can do it, right? So you would be asked to balance off the account. So you know, balancing of account, get a total, your carry down, brought down, and you can extract your trial balance. But my main focus is for you to prepare the day books and post to the ledgers. And I think we have done justice to that. Please, any question? Okay, if there are no questions, then I think we'll draw curtains on this 4-day books and we'll move to the cash book. Okay, I think there's something in the chat. Okay, it says, so please, the reason why we post the totals, example, total credit sales to the general ledger and particular it as debtors, is it because it eliminates the stress in writing each single debtor? Yes, exactly, Akoli, Austin. You see that in the general ledger, let me go there. What you bring there is the total, right? So it saves you the stress of individually writing, okay, T. Thompson, whatever. You remember when you are doing the double entry and you are preparing the account, when you sell goods, you debit the person and you credit sales. So if you check, your sales account will have a lot of entries for individual people you sold to. But if you prepare the day book, it saves you that stress. You only have the totals in your sales account. So Austin, that is the rationale of preparing the day books. Okay. I think there was another one. Let me see. Okay, so I think I've answered all the questions in there. Okay. Any further questions? Let me check on my professors. Abubakar, Josephine, Ken, Inshira. Please, Inshira, can you add your first name? Because I think I have about 2 Inshira. Is it Oswell? Okay. Professors, please, are we okay? No questions? Okay, then I guess we can look at the introduction to the cash book, and maybe we'll pay attention to it in our subsequent lessons. Professors, you know the cash book, you have heard of it before. As a matter of fact, we have spoken about it. So just tell me something small about the cash book. We have few minutes to end the class, so I don't think I'll do rigorous teaching. Yeah, Portia.
Okay, so a cash book is also one of the day books or ledgers. It's used to take record of cash and checks. No way. It used to take record of cash and checks transactions only. Only says.
Okay. So it's used to record cash and check transactions, or some would say cash and bank transactions. Okay, that is true. But I think I said some three things about the cash book, some three qualities of the cash book or properties of the cash book. Please, who would? Who remembers the three things I said about the cash book? I said it behaves as A, B, C, and D. It has three. Okay. Portia again. Let me hear you, Portia. Austin and Augustine. Okay, Portia, go ahead. After that, I'll hear from Austin.
Service allow them to. It's a mistake.
I think you wanted Austin to have a bite. Okay, Austin, go ahead, please.
Sir, please. I think you said the cash book is a day book. It's a book of original entry. At the same time, it's a ledger, a book of principal entry.
Oh, okay. It's left with the last one. You've said two, the last one. Okay, Portia, add the last one for me.
Okay, you said that is the first book where we record any cash or check transaction of a business.
Yes, it is still left with the last one. Okay, so who is there? Is that Josephine? Augustine. Okay, Augustine.
Sir, it's also an account.
Exactly. That's the third point. It's also an account. I haven't heard from Josephine this morning. Prof. Josephine. And I think Eugenia. Yes. Why is the day book the cash book an account? Why do we see the cash book as an account? Because I think Josephine has forgotten that. Abubakar. Okay. Let me give most of you the benefit of that. But please review the previous videos if you missed some classes so you can get all this. Okay, Josephine, you want to go ahead?
That is because it records cash and bank transactions.
I'm sorry, Josephine. The cash book, the cash book is an account because it has a debit side and a credit side. That's the point I stated there. It's an account because it has a debit side and a credit side. And we know all accounts have debit sides and credit side. It is a day book because that's the first book where we record cash and bank transactions. So that was the point Josephine made. Okay, and then regarding the ledger, it is a ledger because it keeps two accounts, which is the cash account and bank account. Let me say this point again. A day book is a book that will record transactions in first. Okay, so the cash book is a day book because we record cash and bank transactions in it first. An account, as you know, has a debit side and a credit side. And so the cash book has a debit side and credit side. That is why it is also an account. Ledgers keeps account, right? And the cash book keeps the cash account and the bank account. So that's why it is also a ledger. Professors, I would introduce you to 3 types of cash books. Okay, 3 types. And we'll prepare each of these. I'll leave that to you to go and read on. Just type in your Google search or whatever. Your AI. You love AI. The types of cash book, and I think you know a lot of things about it. Okay, so that being said, if there are no issues or queries to be answered, I think we have 5 minutes to end the class, so I'll wrap up. Thank you very much. Please, a few of you still are owing me an assignment. In fact, I don't care whether we have answered it in class or not. You can still do the assignment for me to mark. It's a way of you revising or exercising on what we have done. So please, those of you who have not submitted, I think we have 2 assignments. So I'll post them again on the page. I'll post them again on the page. And I'll try and get those who have not created their page. I think, let me see. Accounting, let me see those who have. In fact, let me ask if you have created your page, you know. Austin and Augustine, I'm aware. Josephine, I'm aware. Prof. King, have you created your accounting page? I want to believe so. Prof. King, let me hear you on that. Professor King. Okay, the silence means 2 things. Either, oh, he was saying something I didn't hear. So if you haven't done it, please do. And Prof. Abu Bakr, I'm not sure you have done your private page. Yes, you haven't. So please, okay, Abu Bakr. Yes, you've done it, but you are yet to submit your assignment. So please, if you don't, so please do that for me. Thank you. I just confirmed. And Ken. Okay, Ken has for BM and also for accounting, but he hasn't submitted the accounting. So Ken, do well to submit your accounting assignment. I think the rest of you, Portia, Eugenia, yes, Eugenia has it, but hasn't submitted for the accounting. Prof. Eugenia, confirm for me or otherwise. Okay, she has submitted. Good. Prof, you have submitted. Okay. So I'll do them. I think you have submitted the second one, not the first. So I don't know, but either ways we'll sort that out. And Prof. Inshira, I think that is also well, right? Inshira. Okay, so please just do this for me. I'll be very much grateful. Please, few minutes. If you have anything to say, you have the floor. If you have anything to say, you have the floor. Okay. And I have indicated to you that I'll just give one assignment per week for each of the subjects. So accounting, one assignment per week. BM, one assignment per week. So please try as much as possible to answer them for me. I beg. Okay. Professors don't have anything to say. Yeah, Josephine, go ahead.
Sir, please, can you come again on why you said the cash book is a day book?
Okay, so it's a day book because that's where we first record cash and bank transactions on daily basis.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Josephine, good. Any other? No. I'm tempted to, yeah, so I'll give you your assignment for this week on accounting. Please do well to submit. At least I have 9 professors here. I'm expecting 9 submissions. And those who have not submitted the earlier ones, please do so. I mark for you. Okay, I'm marking the previous one. So if I haven't gotten to you, just take time. I'll mark everything for you. Okay. For BM, we are working on our discussions and group work. In fact, from the way things are going, I doubt if it will be ready tomorrow. So maybe we might use tomorrow to do the discussion and wrap up during the weekend. So Tuesday we can have a presentation. Thank you very much, professors. It was nice having all of you here. Please take very good care of yourselves. If you are confused about something, watch the videos. I'll post this on the page as well. If you are still confused, reach out to me. We'll find time to sort it out. God bless you. God bless us all. Amen. Bye-bye.
Bye.